Changing out your rollerblading wheels is a little bit like buying a brand new pair of running shoes. You really didn't know how bad you wanted them until they're on. And so that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna show you really quickly how to change wheels and bearings on a pair of rollerblades. But if you like quick and direct how-to videos, make sure to like the video and consider subscribing to the channel for more rollerblading content. And it really helps get rollerblading out to more people here on YouTube. So let's go ahead and get started. So in order to change your bearings and wheels on a pair of rollerblades, you're going to need either a skate tool, which these come with most pairs of skates that you're gonna buy, right? Just an Allen key with a T-handle or one of these. And if you don't have one of those, a 4mm Allen key will work as well. It just doesn't have quite as much leverage. And so you may need one or you may need two of these depending on your axles. So a frame like this, where we have an Allen key on one side of the axle and nothing on the other, which does not require a tool. In that case, we only need one tool. With something like this on the USD Aeon, we're gonna need two Allen keys to get this wheel off. All right, so we're gonna stick with the ground control frames here. And so we're gonna go ahead and use our skate tool and just undo the axle here. I like to poke the axle through just to keep control of it and then set it off to the side. So from here, your wheel will come right off. And so from here, we need to get the bearings out of the wheel. And so there's a couple ways to do this. One method is to use the pry method with your skate tool here. You can stick your skate tool in there and just sort of pry up, catch the lip, and you can kind of slowly, depending on how tight it is, slowly work your way around and unseat the bearing until it comes out. And you can see the bearing spacer, the wheel spacer in there, which is really important to keep track of. That's critically important, so don't lose that. But we're gonna show you quickly another method for getting the bearing out. And so that bearing, or that wheel spacer that we just talked about, is kind of free floating. And so you can see that it's sort of occluding the hole here. And so that's actually a good thing. If we wanna use this method, we can take the axle that we already removed from the skate, stick it right in the hole to where it doesn't go through, get something that we can push down on, and all we're gonna do is push down on the wheel nice and firmly, and it'll come right out. And again, keep track of your bearing spacer, your wheel spacer in the middle there. And so from here, the remaining bearing, we can either try to push with our thumb, and it may come out depending on how tight the wheel hub here is. That may not be possible. So another way to do that is some of these skate tools have this, kind of like a bearing extractor. So we just put it in the hole, and then we can push down, and it should come right out. So from here, let's pretend this is our new wheel. We need to put it back in. And so let me back up. This is a good opportunity to take your bearings and make sure they're clean. Give them a good quick cleaning. Make sure they roll nice and well. Same thing with your frame. Anytime you're swapping these out is a good opportunity to kind of do some housekeeping, make sure everything's nice and clean so that your skates work as well as they can. So from here, you're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my stuff out of the way on my little coaster. And so we put our one bearing on the ground or on the table. All we're gonna do is put our new wheel right over top and push down. And that will seat the bearing right there. And then from there, we'll put our other bearing. And again, super important, our wheel spacer right on top. Put it right over top, centered. And then again, apply some pressure and it's seated. And you can hear that in there moving around with the wheel bearing or the wheel spacer. From there, we're gonna put it back on our skate. So we're just gonna center it right on the frame, put it right in, line the holes up as well as we can. What I like to do is that wheel spacer is getting in the way here. What I kind of like to do is take my skate tool and stick it in the other side and sort of fish around a little bit, and that will allow the axle to go through. That'll help to center that wheel bearing. We'll take the other side of our axle bolt here, start with our hand, nice and hand tight, at least get it started, and then finish it off. And at this point, you can consider using blue Loctite to keep those threads nice and tight and keep it from coming loose. But after that, I mean, that's pretty much it. Swapping your wheels and bearings, that's how you do it on a pair of rollerblades. So again, consider hitting subscribe. Make sure to smash the like button, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.